Welcome to my podcast. I'm Nina, and you are listening to an episode of Aspire Big, Inspire Bigger podcast. Hey, Inspirers. Welcome back to Aspire Big, Inspire Bigger podcast, a weekly podcast hosted by myself, Coach Mo, that focuses on inspiration and motivation for women and teen girls from all walks of life. Each episode, I discuss how we overcome challenges in our lives through the power of personal development, vision building, accountability, self-care, and time management. My goal is to help motivate, educate, uplift, and inspire every woman and teen girl listening. Welcome back to the Aspire Big, Inspire Bigger podcast. This is season 2, and this is episode 32. And today we're going to talk about motivation, and we're working out why we shouldn't wait on motivation in order to get to what we want out of life. Ironically, I'm not very motivated to even record this video today or anything like it, but I wanted to push myself to record. It might not be as long as the last podcasts are, but I'm going to get this podcast done, not because I have to, but because I want to push through on something that I know that I don't have to do. Like, I want to get it done because, not because I have to, but because I can, and I choose to, and I choose to get it done. You know, I want to be proud of myself tomorrow morning when I get up and I'm like, I did it. You know, like, I did things that I didn't feel like doing yesterday, and I got them done. I just finished rearranging like my bookcase in my apartment. I will also be rearranging the rest of my living room, my office area, all of that this evening, because I want to do something that I don't feel otherwise motivated to do, but I feel is important to get done, and I want to be proud of myself. So that's why I wanted to talk about not waiting for motivation. That's what we're talking about. The other thing is that I remember being deeply motivated to do things when I needed to overcome something that was dire, like horrible, like almost life and death. Like, you know, I was the most motivated when I was overcoming pain and hurt. And while it's okay to use your pain to be a catalyst for your overcoming, it can be chaotic, right? And nobody really wants chaos except for chaotic people, and we might not be talking to them right now. The mind of a chaotic person, wow, might I say chaotic. It's all over, so we might not be talking to them at this moment. This might not apply to you if you live in chaos. Because right now, if you living in chaos, you are motivated by all of the chaos in your life, and it pushes you to and fro and all of that. That's a different podcast episode, okay? Well, most of my motivation came from overcoming trauma or traumatic occurrences in my life, things that I couldn't avoid and things that I put myself in. But I more recently have been able to get ahead of the chaos that life can bring, and I've been able to build a method to success for myself that allows me to create pockets of success, whether I'm motivated or not. Right? And really, I talked about a portion of it a little bit in last podcast when I talked about time blocking. Boy, oh boy, does that help get rid of so much chaos in your life? If you stick to your time blocking, to your schedule, man, it helps get rid of so much chaos, because you're gonna say no a lot more to others. And like I said, saying no to others is just giving yourself an opportunity to say yes to you. So that's a good thing. Sometimes people are asking you to do things, it's not necessary. It's not getting you or them anywhere, really. They're not getting any help really either, because you can't even be there 100%. trying to do that and everything else you want to do for yourself. We talked about that last podcast. I hope that if you haven't seen that, go back and check that last podcast out. Episode 31. We talked all about that there. For me, I use something called the VAST method, and it is a part of my lifestyle. It is my lifestyle, the VAST method. And it's helped me create a disciplined life. And in that, I'm able to grow a life that I dreamed about for so long. Is so true. Everything that I want to do, I get it done through using this VAST method, hands down. I'm not saying that I don't work hard and that I don't deal with disappointment. I don't deal with feeling overwhelmed or just like downright, oh, I'm afraid I'm not doing this right, or I'm not going to get what I want from this. And sometimes I don't get what I expected, but I always get what I want or better. But I'm not going to sit and pretend that I'm motivated to go after it all ever. Right? Not every little thing. Sometimes I'm hyped, and I'm going to say 90% of the time I'm skeptical. Because for one, that's the way my brain processes life. Like, what's going on over there? Why y'all so quiet? Why y'all so loud? Why so many people in that corner talking to each other and not talking to none of us? I'm very skeptical in general, so I'm not easily motivated to try something new. That's my personality. So if you've heard of somebody have 100% hustle, hustle hard motivation, attitude about just go for it, kill it, like they're faking it, or they've already built a system and a method that allows them the space and grace to be a hustler and a motivated individual, and nothing stops them. They've already built that system and that method. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it takes a lot of work that we can do. Like I said, I have something I call the VAST method that really does help me to hustle hard. But that took years, that took time, that took research, reassessing myself over and over again, assessing others over and over again, just really learning about who I am, who are the people around me, who I want around me, who I want to be, and so on and so forth. PositivePsychology.com says, motivation also depends on stable individual differences like personality traits and psychological needs. Finally, emotions also serve as motives. What this tells me is motivation has so many moving variables connected to it that it's a safe bet for us to use a greater amount of discipline than we would use motivation, right? So what you really want to put forward is discipline. You want to do something over and over and over again until it becomes second nature. And you want to do 10 somethings every day over and over and over again until they become second nature. That way you have stacked habits. You have created new habits in your life that have created a new lifestyle, that have created a new you. You want that to be the base, the foundation, and the majority of who you are before you want motivation to be. Motivation will have you flowing in the wind, is what I'm saying. You need motivation sometimes, but you need discipline more. So we shouldn't be waiting to be motivated. We should be working to be disciplined. Make sense? So any person who is looking to arrive at success, they would want to have a journey with some kind of consistent stability. You want to know what's happening next as often as possible. Consistent stability. That way you know that you're progressing. You know how to progress. You see the difference between where you were and where you are, and you see the gap closing between where you are and where you want to be. So any person looking to arrive at success, they want to be seeing a constant form of stability, or consistent. Constant is ideal, but consistent at least. They call that Old Faithful. It's that one method that always gets you that same result every time you use it. Your Old Faithful in this point will most definitely be discipline. Discipline is the Old Faithful. If you do something over and over and over again, you are going to get the result of that action over and over and over again. And motivation may get you that spark and get the creative juices flowing, but the truth is it won't get you to the promised land. All right. Jen Rome says discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. That says everything right there. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. He didn't say motivation is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Every time you're motivated, you just succeed. No, every time you're disciplined, you succeed. You get to where you want to be. Hey Inspirers, I see that you're here to find out more about what Aspire Big, Inspire Bigger has to offer you. Let me introduce myself. I am Coach Mo, short for Nina. I am a Harlem, New York City born and raised women's empowerment coach. I empower healing women to rework their mindset and break through repetitive cycles and take charge of their purpose, their time, and their personal development while creating the life they deserve through one-on-one and group coaching. I am truly here to support you. Are you looking to change your lifestyle and transform yourself into a better version of yourself? Unlock the secrets for a more productive, efficient, and fulfilling life with our personal development workshops. Become a part of our growing, vast community by simply signing up and attending. First 30 days free on me. We have bi-weekly personal development workshops, Q&A sessions. In case you miss a session, video recordings of group sessions will be made available. And we have expert guest master classes, private vast online community access, and more. The vast community is a safe place for busy women to meet, learn, and grow with other like-minded women. Embrace your full potential. Learn to feel more in control, more present, and more excited about your life with this exclusive online community. This is a community filled with women who are dedicated to sharpening their life skills and committed to executing their life's vision. And if you don't know your life's vision, this group is designed to help you see the vision of what can be. As you join the vast community, be willing to put in the work as we break down and get rid of old negative habits, negative self-talk, negative self-image, and tendencies that we may have to self-isolate and self-sabotage. Let's get started on transforming your life from the inside out. I look forward to hearing from you soon. So I want you to remember that successful people are doers. And they do not wait for motivation. If you aren't feeling motivated, just start doing and the motivation will come. It's true. Like I said earlier today, I started clearing out my bookcase and I didn't have any motivation to do any of that. But I'm seeing that it's getting out of hand. And so I started, and now I'm pulling stuff out and rearranging my books and putting things the right way, and I'm seeing it look better, and I'm now motivated. I have been motivated now to get more things done around my living room than I was before I started rearranging the bookcase. I just started doing, and now the motivation has risen in me and it is pushing me to do more. Okay, but that discipline and drive will always carry between your lack of motivation and you and your goals. Though it is important to show yourself grace, also need to set yourself up for success with habits that are based in discipline. I think we talked about setting yourself up for success in the last podcast as well. You need to set yourself up for success. That means getting in your daily planner and planning your day out. That means setting yourself your calendar or your alarm every 3 hours to say when it's time to have a prep meal so that you're eating on time and you are catching your fitness and your weight loss goals, no matter what it is, set yourself up for success. Before the time comes and you're fumbling through every other little thing that you think you were supposed to do, you are being intentional about setting yourself up for success. Schedule it, getting it together. And another thing, all that courage you feel like you think you need is not even necessary. The truth of it is, it's the lack of discipline that makes you so scared about it all. Because if you really set yourself up for success and you really planned to work hard through something, no matter what came, that fear would actually be changed into energy, determination, motivation. It'd be turned into that. More than likely, it'd be turned into determination. And being determined, if a disciplined person is determined to get it done, there's nothing else they need in this world. You can kiss that thing goodbye. They've done it. They succeeded. They've seen the end result already. And by any means necessary, they are going to go after it and they're going to get that thing. There's nothing else you need. And there's no room for fear in there. Even though it's a human emotion, a human response, fear is. But when you are disciplining yourself, you become determined to get a result, get the result that you want. And, less fear, more determination. It's really super helpful in success. So our reflection question today is, what am I really scared of? And I hope that unlocks and just unfolds some great revelation for you. Because if we note what I just said about fear turning into determination, if we apply discipline to our life, that should turn a light bulb on for somebody watching and say, what I fear, I need to find out how to get disciplined in so that I can become determined to get that thing done. So fear no longer holds me back from succeeding in that thing. So what is it that you fear? You can start there. You can start there. If you are trying to find ways to develop yourself personally, start with the things that you seem like kind of shaky in your life. You kind of scared to touch that. That might be too big of a thing to handle. Maybe you want to be a business owner. Maybe you want to build something with your hands. A huge project. Maybe you want to engineer something. Another huge project. With your mind. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to go back to school after 35. And that seems too big, and it seems too scary, and it seems too crazy. Find somewhere where you can discipline yourself in there so that you can put some determination in the midst of that thing, overcome that fear, and succeed and get your diploma, your degree. Is it the same thing? Anyway, if you resonate with anything I spoke about this podcast episode and you realize you can use some more help along the way, I want you to reach out to me. Let's get you on track. And you can work with me a few different ways. Join my women's VAST community. VAST, that I talked about, my VAST method. It stands for vision building, accountability, self-care, and time management. And in my women's VAST community, we come together every other Sunday and we work on our goals. We work on broadening our vision for our life and broadening our discipline and our accountability, our self-care tactics, and our time management so that we can reach those vision building goals and desires of our life. And joining today, the first 30 days are free on me. I got you. And also, you can work with me one-on-one. I have a 12-week intensive program for more private, in-depth work through of goal planning and application of action. And the link for that is also below in my description. So I want to thank y'all for joining me for another episode of the Aspire Big, Inspire Bigger podcast. Remember to aspire big so that you can inspire bigger. It is your right to succeed so that you can be a change in this world. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn your notification bells on so that you are notified every time I have a video on this here channel. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Later, y'all.